Hello, guys. I would be again speaking about the subject that I know the best. That is me. I remember I must have been around 16. That is when I started to get migraines. And during my 11th and 12th, in India, you have 11th and 12th grade after high school. And those years were the most difficult. There was a lot of pressure on me to do well in my studies and to get through in competition and choose a professional career beyond my 12th. I don't know, it was because of that or what was it that I was diagnosed with migraines and I was put on medication. And that in fact made it even more worse, I think. Every day after school, I used to get my migraines, and I used to take those tablets. I don't recall the name that well, but they used to make me dizzy and sleepy. I used to doze off for a couple of hours after my school. And more or less because of that, those 2 years kind of, I don't remember so well, I kind of dozed off through those years. And anyways, my migraine continued for another 20 years. And I remember that could have been seen as a boon because that is something which made me look for a cure for it. And around that time, I remember I read an article in Reader Digest that migraine is not curable, but it's manageable. And I tried Ayurveda, I tried Unani, I tried, of course, allopathy, and then since nothing worked, I was drawn to, or as a last resort, I tried meditation, yoga and meditation. That was in my final year. No, in the first year of post graduation. I was doing postgraduate diploma in management. That's what it's called in India. And in my first year, I remember after first year, there's usually an internship. For that, I came to Mumbai and I did that in an ad agency. That is where I discovered that I was more creatively inclined and I would rather get into a creative profession like be a copywriter or a filmmaker for that matter. And I spent those 2 years internship in the audiovisual department of the agency. And when I went back to college to pursue my second year of PGDM, there I did. I remember I also especially went to a career counselor, and she made me kind of write everything down on a big sheet of paper, and there I don't have that sheet of paper today, and but through all this, and I kind of became pretty sure that creative field, specifically filmmaking, is the thing for me. Even she told me that since you're doing your management, business management, you start in client servicing in an agency, and then gradually you move over to the creative side. Anyways, that wasn't okay with me. I said that somehow I'm going to finish this course because I couldn't quit this in between, because earlier on I had quit my architecture bachelor's in BArch. I had bachelor's in architecture. I had quit after my first year, and I knew my dad would be very upset if I do that again. So that's another story, but that year only that I came to know of this 21, or it was a 25-day meditation, yoga and meditation course. There was 21 days of, I think so, training in yoga, and after that there was a 1 day of initiation, and then 3 days of a retreat. at a kind of an ashram out of town. So that was my first introduction to meditation, and after that, for at least a couple of years, I pursued meditation, and it really worked for me. And I used to do it for half an hour to even 1 hour sometimes, and it usually used to take me on a ride, as you know, and as people who take LSD and all tell you that you go on a wild ride, on a roller coaster kind of a ride. And so I never tried those substances, but this did help me manage my migraines. Even though maybe 10 years after that also I used to get, I don't know why, when and how they all of a sudden stopped. Now I very occasionally, maybe once a year, once in 2 years, I do get those headaches, and I pop a pill, and I'm okay. So what I'm trying to say is that since I again see in my recent months that I'm again having that inclination towards spirituality, and I'm beginning to read the Upanishad, the Bhagavad Gita, again a different version of it once again, and Yoga Sutras by Patanjali. So I am kind of drawn to meditation again, and today for the first time once again I sat on meditation. I must have done it about half an hour. What I realized that once you've been initiated into a process by a guru, an enlightened guru, that seed of that thing remains in you, and it works even years after that. So it's around 25 years since the first time that I was initiated into thing, and after that I've had another guru initiate me again around 6 years back, as I have said in my other video. But this one I was drawn to because that time I used to really enjoy those 2 years that I practiced it. I used to really enjoy doing it. You know, I used to sit for 15-20 minutes, and sometimes for almost an hour. I would keep sitting, and even then, because I used to get aware of my surroundings and I knew that I've sat here for so long, I had to pull myself out of it. I had to, I had to make an attempt to rub my hands together and then on my face, so that I come kind of conscious again and of the world, and I come back to this world, and that is how I used to come out. So it was pretty trippy, as they say. I loved it, but then all these years. I have other modes, like I will go into nature. I'll sit for a couple of hours on a mountain top with my Labrador. That I've done in between for some years. And I do seek silence, and time to myself. That is something that I've always been drawn to, and always taken time to do. So now I have again embarked on this journey, and reading more about the text. I don't know if you realize there's a nagging fear inside of me that I hope I'm not too drawn into it, that I kind of detach from my worldly responsibilities and worldly desires. This has always been the case. I have goals, desires, and dreams, and in fact, in the recent months, I have made some plans and strategies to achieve certain success, money, and wealth. And so I hope I am not once again, going to withdraw from that and go more into spiritual side. This is one thing I again want to reiterate here, that now I have realized that money is also spiritual. I'm reading T. Harv Eker's Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, and in that he says that what are your write down what are your limiting beliefs, and mine, one of the many has been that I used to think money and spirituality can't coexist. Money is not spiritual, it takes you away from your spirituality. But he kind of convinced me that money is very spiritual. With money, you can do so much for yourself, can give you freedom to pursue your spirituality, and you can do so much service for people, which is again a very spiritual thing. And this I have to believe to reconcile that I'm going to pursue a monetary and social success in this world, while also pursue my spirituality. In fact, what I like about Deepak Chopra's teachings and his books is that he tells you the path to for monetary worldly success through spirituality, and I think that really is the best path, because it's an effortless and joyful path. And I was aware of this 25 years back also, when for the first time I read Deepak Chopra's 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. But I have recently repurchased another copy of it, while also a couple of more books by him. And let's see, I want to put this into practice, and I want to see the results in my life, and then I would love to share it with the world. That's all what I want to say today. Thank you for listening.